leading to the end of the year. And do listen to your feminine and masculine readings as they represent the energies within yourself, as well as reading your counterpart or potential partner or partner's star sign, as well as your moon and rising signs. So as you can see, I've already shuffled and laid out the cards, and we shall begin. So at the bottom of the deck, Taurus, we have the Queen of Swords, beautiful, Two of Cups, King of Wands, and the Death card, transformation, clearly going through a lot of change at this time. And I see that the change is really about mastering yourself, mastering your true self, speaking your truth, expressing your authentic self and the highest purpose of your being here in the physical plane, what your passion, what your desires are, and manifesting that in your reality here in the physical world. And that union between the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself and integrating your shadow and light aspects of yourself, which then attracts that mirror, or that whole person to you, as well as a reflection of the whole person that you've become, that you've stepped into when you've mastered these aspects of yourself. So this is the general theme of the reading. So mastery is really, with the Queen of Swords, about overcoming challenges and finding that strength of character as a result of those challenges, and recognizing that they are actually gifts that have made you, that will make you the strong person that you're becoming. And it's really, yes, it's about having that different way of perceiving the things that you're experiencing. So I'm seeing that you're going through a huge ending of a cycle, a karmic cycle that's usually lasts 7 years. It could be longer. And so, yeah, life has been really tough, Taurus. I see that you're carrying a lot of burdens, or you have been. But the beauty of this deck is that the ones are also about your purpose, your mission in life, what you're passionate about, what your desires are, and how you express that in the work that you do. And I'm really feeling that this is something that, as you're reaching a completion on this cycle of lessons that is coming up to the fore, it's really something that you're thinking about. And that's really this part of this new cycle when you complete this 10 of Wands. 9 is ending, and 10 is the ending, pushing through to this new beginning. And it's really telling you to get onto this white horse, ride the white horse, drive this horse forward, with regards to reaching your potential and dropping those burdens that have been holding you back. Rise above the challenges and try and see them from a broader perspective, rather than allowing yourself to drown, which is really how life has been feeling. So it's really about mastering the challenges, and reaching that point of wholeness and completeness that you don't feel that has been achieved following this cycle. You're not really feeling complete and whole in yourself. And so the key here are the energy yet to come and the energy to receive. There's a real progression I'm seeing from the Knight of Discs to the King of Discs. So again, this path is really about mastering yourself in the material sense of what you do, what your purpose is, how you express your gifts in the work that you do, and really needing to feel passionate about it. And so, this could also very well be an earth energy that's coming into your life, or already in your life. Potential earth sign such as yourself, Taurus or Virgo or Capricorn, for some of you, but it's not always specific to a specific sign. So take the messages for those that resonate with that. But I'm feeling overall more this is really about mastering yourself and finding your true purpose and stepping into that in this new cycle, this new beginning, shedding your former aspects of yourself where you didn't feel fulfilled because of this burden that you've been carrying. And it's really time now to let those things go, to put down that heavy load. and to try and find a middle path. The Knight of Discs is very much a slow, steady, moving energy, building a foundation slowly and gradually, finding that middle way, that middle growth point, slow and steady, building something secure, something that you can depend on. So again, part of this letting go of the 10 of Wands, this completion, is just pure happiness. The Sun is literally absolute joy, returning to that childlike vitality, that innocence that you feel you haven't experienced for a long time because of this heavy burden that you've been carrying. And there really is this sense of celebration and following this kind of like some kind of awakening, illumination, this aha moment that you have. And it's, the Sun is really about finding your purpose and reaching your full potential within that. The full potential of an individual realized is really what the Sun is about. And so that path where you're focusing on that, on your gifts and your purpose and expressing those in your life, is going to lead to a lot of celebration and happiness, and it just is really going to shine the light back in your life for you and making you feel like celebrating once again. And so the Knight of Cups, this is really about what you have to give. So this is really about a deeper meaning in your life. If you can see here in this deck, it's related to a knight holding the Holy Grail. So the Holy Grail is your divine purpose. Why are you here? And this is really what you're questioning at the moment. And looking into the deeper meaning of life and your relationships. Perhaps again an offer of love coming in. This could be water sign, potentially Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, for those of you that's relevant, or even just taking action with regards to what lies in your heart, what feels true to you, what's important to you, what do you feel passionate about. And also really about moving towards more maturity in your love relationships and feeling from the experience that you've built this new level of maturity and compassion for the other, for your counterpart. But yeah, you can see there's this lotus that's really rising, and I'm really feeling there's this sense of self-realization that's coming from your heart, from expressing something that you feel very passionate about, that's going to lead to a lot of happiness. By the end of the year, there really is going to be some breakthrough. So I feel that this is going to happen as a result of a lot of soul searching. There's going to be a time where you're finally able to just take a break and step back after having carried this load for a long time. You're finally going to feel like you can take that time out to reflect and question things in your life and your deeper purpose and meaning, and whether or not that's led to any sense of fulfillment or success, and really understanding now how you are going to change course. And by 2019 you really will have that enlightenment moment, that aha moment of what it is you need to put into practice that's going to lead to this happiness and joy moving forward. So I'm going to pull out some clarifiers to see if there's any other messages that want to come through. Again, I have shuffled these already. So yeah, 5 of Daughter of Water, that's Page of Cups, 3 of Wands, 2 of Cups, beautiful, 7 of Earth, Ace of Wands, 10 of Water, absolute abundance with the 9 of Earth. That's you in your full potential, realized. The 9 of Discs, that really very much feels like the Earth feminine in her full realized powerful self. 2 of Cups, twice, we've got that coming out now. Yeah, completion of cycles without a doubt. Past life connection, childhood, Hanged Man again, 2 of Discs, Three of Swords, and the Emperor, and the Ten of Swords. So Taurus, you are definitely reaching a completion here. You've got the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords of some major, yeah, I mean, even the Tower underneath that. This really is about the Tower crumbling, the end of a cycle where you felt like you've had a lot of challenges, a period of carrying some real burdens, and that cycle is now coming to an end. I promise you, Taurus, whatever it is that you've been through, the cycle is coming to an end. There's so many cards here with the Death card, the Wheel of Fortune, the World, that's really signifying here a sense of completion, finalization of these challenges, of this insecurity, this feeling of fear and instability, of being out of balance. In your relationships as well as your work and physical material world, like pretty much in everything, you've really been put through the ringer. But I'm seeing this new beginning, this of hope with the Page of Cups, this new cycle starting. The wheel is turning in your favor, and to have faith and trust that you're now moving towards yourself. The focus is now going on yourself, and this really is potentially about healing some childhood wounds, your inner child, connecting with that, and through that experience you find this sort of more balanced middle way to move forward, this new perspective with the Three of Wands. You're going to see life in a completely new way, and this really is about you coming into balance and recognizing that you've really depleted your energies, and taking control of that, and understanding what it is that needs to be put back in balance so that you can walk this path towards fulfilling what it is that you want to manifest in your life, what experiences you want to manifest. And again, we have the Two of Cups, an equal, balanced relationship where people are giving and receiving love equally in a balanced way. Both it could also be a partnership, a business partnership, two people coming together with some exciting ideas. But this is, this is a beautiful union, a lot of joy and happiness that's going to come of this. And again, as a result of this period of contemplation, of going within, of understanding the lessons of what you've experienced, the challenges that you've had, and what they've been trying to show you. What have you learned from those experiences about yourself and what's important to you? And so there's a lot of heartbreak, and this really has been as a result of you suppressing your truth, not feeling like you could express yourself or who you are. And this has been heartbreaking for you, and it's caused a lot of heartbreak also in your relationship, potentially with another. But I'm seeing that it's now time to let this go. There's a new energy that's ready to come in. And yeah, there's definitely some stability around the male energy in your life. This could be related to this childhood wound that is connected in some way to some paternal, fatherly energy. That could be a message for some of you. But yeah, I'm really feeling that this is you mastering yourself, going within to understand who you really are and what you want. What does self-realization mean for you? And when you finally walk this path, you'll put that love and energy into yourself that perhaps you've been given everyone except yourself. You find this stability, and in turn that brings a lot of love and abundance into your life, in every area of your life. That includes the work and your relationships, and coming together with a partner, with your counterpart, in a very equal and balanced way, and building this beautiful union and foundation together. I mean, that's just beautiful messages, Taurus. So stay strong, hang in there. Whatever it is that is getting destroyed is no longer serving you, and it's time to release this cycle and to just let go. Whatever needs to fall away is for the best, and to just surrender and trust to that. Cycles that are wanting to end for a reason. So I'm going to pull a final card from the Osho deck. and see what the guidance is that wants to come through for you at this time. And projection. Always an interesting card. I love these messages. Let's see what Osho has to say about this situation. So that's equivalent of 7 of Cups. So yeah, definitely currently still feeling a lot of confusion. You haven't quite perhaps experienced that tower moment or broken through yet. So let's see what the guidance is here. In a cinema, you look at the screen and you never look at the back. The projector is at the back. The film is not really there on the screen. It's just a projection of shadow and light. It exists at the back, but you never look at that. And the projector, however, is there. Your mind is like the back of the whole thing and the projector, but you always look at the other because the other is the screen. When you're in love, the person seems beautiful, no comparison. When you hate, the same person seems the ugliest, and you never become aware of how a person can be the ugliest and the same person can be the most beautiful. So the only way to reach truth is to learn how to be immediately in your vision. How do you drop the help of the mind? This agency of the mind is the problem, because mind can only create dreams, and through your excitement, the dream starts looking like reality. If you're too excited, you are intoxicated and not in your senses. Then whatever you see is just your projection, and there are as many worlds as there are minds, because every mind lives in his own world. The man and woman in this card are facing each other, yet they're not able to see each other clearly. Each is projecting an image they've constructed in their minds, covering the real face of the person they're looking at. All of us can get caught up in projecting movies of our own making onto the situation and people surrounding us. It happens when we're not fully aware of our own expectations, desires, and judgments. Instead of taking responsibility for them and owning them, we try and attribute them to others. A projection can be devilish or divine, disturbing or comforting, but it is a projection nonetheless, a cloud that prevents us from seeing reality as it is. The only way is to recognize the game, the only way out. When you find a judgment arising about another, turn it around. What do you see in others that really belongs to you? Is your vision clear or clouded by what you see? So there's a deep message there that perhaps these challenges that you've been experiencing is something that you've felt was happening to you. You've perhaps felt a victim of your circumstances or a victim of the way someone around you, perhaps in a relationship, has been behaving, or just generally feeling like, this whole world is on your shoulders, feeling very much in this victim mode, and like you've hit rock bottom, like nothing goes your way, nothing's working out for you. And the message here is really about taking control of your life, taking responsibility for the way that you feel, doing that inner work, looking at your own wounding and trying to see how everything that you're experiencing is usually a reflection of what's going on inside. And just this depletion, there's really been this sense of depletion, of overworking yourself and perhaps not putting yourself first. And so I'm feeling the message really here is to stop looking outside of yourself and start going within. This card has come out twice. There really is the sense of taking a time out and going within and really having a deep look at areas in your life in which you're not happy and what it is that you can do to take control and just have this slow, steady building of the vision moving forward and creating this new cycle in the way that you envisage happiness to be. What is it that would make you, how do you want to feel? And using that as your guiding light, and shining the light on that and focusing on that is really what is going to bring this beautiful balance into your life and integration within yourself, as well as your relationships, and mirroring that in the world outside of you. I hope that makes sense and resonates with some of you, some of those messages. Obviously, this is a general reading, so do get in touch if you want something more personal for you. And in the meantime, wishing you much love